The cyber attack issue will be taken up again Tuesday in another Senate hearing, this time before the Intelligence Committee.
Let's bring in our political analyst, Professor Michael Genovese from Loyola Marymount University. Thanks so much for joining us this morning.
Happy New Year to you, Professor.
And to you. Thank you.
So does all this information coming out delegitimize Trump's presidency?
Well, I think Dave Bryan's report is the nightmare scenario for Trump. We can now know with certainty that Russia interfered with an American election at the order of Vladimir Putin. And he did it for two reasons. One, to get Hillary, and two, to help Trump. Why does he not like Hillary? They've had a long, difficult relationship, but it was really after the 2011 parliamentary elections where Hillary just went all over the world saying, this is a delegitimized election, it's a fraud, it's a fake. Putin reacted incredibly harshly to that. The second reason is that they wanted to help Trump get elected for some odd reasons. One, Trump's criticism of NATO plays right into Putin's hands. Two, Trump's reluctance to impose sanctions on the Crimea incident were a problem. And Trump's willingness to sort of parrot stories from RT, Russian television, the one that said that the fake news story that said that Hillary Clinton was anti-Catholic, which he then went on the stump and started saying. And so there's a double reason for this, and if this sticks, will it delegitimize his election? No. Will it delegitimize his presidency? That's something he has control over.
Now, bipartisan members of Congress want stronger action against Russia beyond what President Obama has already done. So does this put President-elect Trump in a political bind?
It does, because serious acts require a serious response. And you've got Senators McCain and Graham, who are the most Republican establishment leaders, really pushing this. And so it's not just Democrats, although they're very happy that this is going on. So far, President-elect Trump's response has been quite tepid. He's been downplaying, as you saw from Dave's report, what this means. He called it the other day a witch hunt. And, you know, his response is, I'll form a commission. Those are pretty mild responses to a very harsh and serious set of actions by the Russians against us.
Now, during the election, President-elect Trump actually praised Vladimir Putin, and they've had, it seems like, a pretty good relationship. In fact, Donald Trump tweeted just this morning, we want to show you that. He said, having a good relationship with Russia is a good thing, not a bad thing. Only stupid people or fools would think that is bad. We have enough problems around the world without yet another one. When I am president, Russia will respect us far more than they do now, and both countries will perhaps work together to solve some of the many great and pressing problems and issues of the world. So, Professor, what is his motivation in praising Putin and Russia?
Well, you know, we've talked before about this strange bromance between the two of them. And if you wonder why, Donald Trump has said why. From the very beginning, Putin has said nice things about me. And so, you know, the quirkiness of Trump during the campaign, which is so interesting and appealing, now becomes a little more concerning because he's going to be president of the United States. And some argue that this is merely a negotiating ploy, that, you know, he's setting something up for a big deal. The question is, what does Russia have that we really want? The only possible alternative is to say, well, he wants to align the U.S. with Russia against China. That would destabilize things. And so it's hard to see what the negotiator wants to negotiate. And you wonder if he's sincere about his praise of Putin or if it's just a ploy.
Tactic.
Well, thank you so much, Professor Michael Genovese for Loyola Marymount University. I'm sure we'll be talking with you a lot over the next coming weeks.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your insight.